You're attracted to someone who barely texts back. They cancel plans last minute. They're hot and cold, interested one day and distant the next. You know logically that this person isn't treating you well. You know you deserve better. But somehow, you can't stop thinking about them. The less they give you, the more you want them. The more they pull away, the harder you chase. You're completely hooked on someone who's barely giving you the time of day. And the people who are actually kind to you, who show up consistently, who make you a priority, you feel nothing. They're boring. You feel nothing. They're boring her. They're too available. You're not attracted. If this sounds familiar, you're not broken. But you are caught in a psychological pattern. And today, we're going to break down exactly why you're attracted to people who ignore you, what's really happening in your brain, and how to finally stop choosing unavailability over real connection. Being attracted to people who ignore you is one of the most frustrating and confusing patterns you can experience. Let's look at what this actually feels like. Maybe you're constantly checking your phone, waiting for that text that might not come. Every notification makes your heart race. When they finally respond after hours or days, you feel this rush of relief and excitement. But when they're consistent and available, nothing. No spark, no chemistry. Or maybe you're analyzing every interaction, trying to figure out what you did wrong. Why did they seem interested last week but cold today? What changed? You replay conversations in your head, looking for clues, trying to decode their mixed signals. Some people find themselves in a cycle of pursuing emotionally unavailable partners. Over and over, you're drawn to people who are distant, non-committal, or clearly not that into you. And when someone who's genuinely interested comes along, you feel suffocated. You lose interest the moment they show real feelings. Then there's the comparison trap. You keep wondering, what do I need to do to get their attention? What do I need to be? You change yourself, trying to become what you think they want. You play it cool when you want to be warm. You pretend not to care when you're obsessing. And here's the cruelest part. The moment they actually show interest, the moment they start chasing you, you lose attraction. Suddenly they're not mysterious anymore. They're not a challenge. And you're already looking for the next person who will ignore you. The pattern repeats. You choose unavailability. You mistake anxiety for chemistry. You confuse the chase for connection. And you end up alone, wondering why you keep attracting the wrong people when really you're the one doing the attracting. So why are some people magnetically drawn to those who ignore them? What's the psychology behind this? The answer is uncomfortable but important. You're not actually attracted to the person. You're attracted to the feeling of trying to earn love. First, there's anxious attachment and childhood conditioning. If you grew up with inconsistent love, parents who were sometimes warm, sometimes cold, sometimes present, sometimes distant, your brain learned that love is something you have to work for. When love came easily, it didn't feel real. When you had to perform, achieve, or chase to get attention, that felt like love, not because it was healthy, but because it was familiar. So now, as an adult, consistent love feels boring or even suspicious, but inconsistent attention, that feels like home. Your nervous system recognizes the pattern and mistakes the anxiety for attraction. You're not choosing people who ignore you because you don't value yourself. You're choosing them because your brain is trying to resolve an old wound. You're trying to finally win the love that was always conditional. Muy sur. Second, there's the dopamine hit of unpredictability. When someone is inconsistent with their attention, your brain releases dopamine in anticipation. It's the same mechanism that makes gambling addictive. You don't know if you'll get a reward, so every possibility of one creates a chemical rush. When they text back after ignoring you, you get a flood of dopamine. When someone is consistently available, your brain knows what to expect. No surprise, no rush, no dopamine spike. You're not addicted to the person. You're addicted to the uncertainty, to the high of finally getting their attention, to the validation of winning someone who seemed uninterested. And like any addiction, the more you get, the more you need. Healthy, stable love can't compete with that chemical rush. Third, there's low self-worth disguised as high standards. On the surface, you might tell yourself, I just like a challenge. I don't want someone who's too eager. But underneath, there's a belief. If they want me easily, there must be something wrong with them. If they see my value immediately, they're probably desperate or settling. You've internalized the idea that you're not worth choosing without effort. So when someone chooses you freely, you don't trust it. But when someone makes you work for it, you feel like you've earned something real. The irony is that you're actually rejecting people who see your worth while chasing people who don't. You've convinced yourself that love should be hard to get, so easy love feels fake. Fourth, there's the fear of real intimacy. Chasing someone who's unavailable is safe. You can't be truly rejected if they were never really available in the first place. You can't be hurt deeply if they never let you in. But someone who's present, who wants to know you, who's emotionally available, that's terrifying, because if they see the real you and then leave, that feels like proof that you're unlovable. So you choose people who can't get close. You stay in the chase phase where it's all potential and fantasy. You never have to risk being fully seen and possibly rejected. The attraction to unavailability is a protection mechanism. It keeps you longing but never vulnerable. And fifth, there's the fantasy of being exception. You want to be the one who finally gets them to commit, the one they change for, the one they realize is worth staying for. There's a deep validation in being chosen by someone who doesn't choose anyone. It would mean you're special, you're different, you're enough. But you're not actually building a relationship. You're trying to win a prize. And the prize isn't the person, it's the proof of your own worth. Here's the truth. Attraction to unavailability isn't about the other person. It's about what you believe you deserve and what you've learned to associate with love. Step 1. Recognize the pattern. Start paying attention to who you're attracted to and why. When you feel that intense pull towards someone, ask yourself, are they actually great? Or are they just inconsistent? Is this chemistry or is this anxiety? Am I excited about them or am I excited about the chase? Write it down. Track the pattern because you can't change what you don't see. Step 2. Understand the childhood connection. This isn't about blaming your parents. It's about understanding where the pattern started. Ask yourself, what was love like when I was growing up? Did I have to earn it? Was it conditional? Was it unpredictable? When you see the origin, you can start to separate past wounds from present relationships. You can recognize that you're trying to fix an old story with new people, and it will never work. Step 3. Learn what healthy attraction feels like. Right now, your nervous system thinks anxiety equals chemistry. You need to retrain it. Pay attention to how you feel around different people. The person who makes you anxious and obsessive isn't giving you butterflies, they're giving you stress. Real chemistry can coexist with safety. Attraction can coexist with consistency. Start noticing when someone makes you feel calm and excited at the same time. And that's what you're actually looking for. Step 4. Stop rewarding unavailability. Every time you chase someone who's ignoring you, you're training yourself that unavailability is valuable. When someone is inconsistent, don't double text. Don't overanalyze. Don't chase. Match their energy or walk away. You're not playing games. You're teaching your brain that you don't settle for breadcrumbs. Step 5. Build your self-worth independently. As long as your worth depends on getting someone to choose you, you'll keep choosing people who won't. Not through achievement or validation, but through how you treat yourself. Set boundaries. Honor your needs. Spend time with people who see your value. Do things that make you feel capable and alive. When you know you're enough, you won't need someone to finally realize it. Step 6. Give available people a real chance. This is hard, but it's necessary. When someone is kind, consistent, and interested, don't run. Sit with the discomfort of it feeling too easy. Your brain will tell you it's boring. That's the old pattern talking. Stay anyway. Let yourself be chosen without having to earn it. Let yourself be seen without having to perform. It will feel wrong at first. That's okay. You're retraining your nervous system to accept love. Step 7. Work with a therapist if needed. If this pattern is deeply rooted, if it's connected to trauma or attachment wounds, you might need professional support. There's no shame in that. Some patterns are too big to heal alone. A therapist can help you process the origin, challenge the beliefs, and build new relationship skills. You don't have to keep repeating this cycle. Here's what you need to understand. Being attracted to people who ignore you isn't about them. It's about you trying to heal a wound that can't be healed by someone else's attention. You're chasing people who can't love you because deep down, you're trying to prove that you're lovable, but you're looking for proof in the exact place it will never exist. The person who ignores you isn't more valuable. They're just more familiar. Your nervous system recognizes the pattern of inconsistent love, and it thinks that's what love is supposed to feel like. But real love doesn't make you anxious. It doesn't make you question your worth. It doesn't require you to chase, perform, or shrink yourself. Real love is consistent. It's safe. It's someone who shows up, not someone you have to convince to stay. And the reason it feels boring isn't because it's not enough. It's because you're not used to it. Your brain has been conditioned to crave chaos. But chaos isn't passion. It's just pain dressed up as chemistry. You deserve someone who doesn't make you wonder where you stand. Someone who doesn't make you feel like you have to earn their time. Someone who sees you and stays. Not because you finally did enough, but because you're enough as you are. Stop chasing people who run. Start noticing the ones who stay as seen the ones who stay. The love you're looking for doesn't require a chase. It requires you to finally believe you're worth choosing without one. You are. You always have been. Now start acting like it.